All right, I got a friend request from Robbie Golfer. We Are the Storm. Playing some Tour 4. Switch down to a Marlin on this hole. See if we can get up. Get somewhere in that range right there. I'm going to take a little bit of wind out. See if we can get over to the other side and get a hole in one. Not with a good. Not with a good. This is the first par. This is the first par 4 I ever got a hole in one on. See if my opponent can get up. I guess I'm going to have to get the hole in one now. Put a little pressure on him using the stay safe ball. I never had that much success from out here. This is a great angle, but for whatever reason, I never had a lot of success coming in at the hole from this side. The rough out there is like there's a little rough peninsula that's out there. It's like a magnet. I have to bring out a 1-power ball to fight that headwind. Hit it 1 or 2 rings great to the left. And that'll put me in the sand and behind the tree. Let's check out Robbie Golfer. We Are the Storm. Played in some tourneys. Some of those are old tourneys. This one right here, this Celtic Cup. Sometime in the last year. A lot of newer tournaments. This might just be a practice account. It's going out there and 30,000 games played. Let's check out the money. So total earned 36 million. You can divide that by 2. It's 18 million divided by however many games they have won, and it'll kind of give you an indication of their primary area of play. They should have all their commons maxed out, at least all their lower level commons maxed out if they've been playing lower tours like that. So that damn tree's in my way. Trying to get lined up straight on it. See if I can hit it perfect and it'll go in the hole. Hitting it perfect. Oh! Close. Close. I don't think I've ever had a person from another clan. I went through one day, I went through all of the people that I have in the coin thing. You know, when you first start playing, your any cheddar you can get is cheddar you can get. And I went through and tried to friend everybody that was on that list, and nobody would friend me. Nobody would play friendly matches. And I have no idea who those people are. I have no idea what level. No, nothing. But nobody would friend me. Nobody play friendlies. Just got done mowing the lawn, so I got grass all over my pants. Is this Acacia Reserve? It is definitely the shot over there. And what's weird is that when you look at it and you're setting it up, it looks like you need to do a lot of curl to get around the bend with that QB, but you actually don't have to put a lot of curl on there. This would really be a great hole to have a big dog if you're using a lower power ball. And the biggest power stuff that I have here, if I use I'm going to stick with the nav. I'm going to switch to this bag right here. Just need a little teeny bit of topspin there. 2-4. Just try and walk it around the bend. Isn't it perfect? That might be too much curl. Just right. It doesn't take as much topspin to get out there as you think, though. And you definitely do not want to be all the way in the front because you can't get up from there. I mean, if you're in the rough, you can't recover. So on my red line is going to be somewhere up in this area right here, and I'm going to be short, so I'm going to have to bring it down along this side right here and try and lay it up right off the green and do a chip up. In the rough, but you can make it from there. That'll be all right. That'll be all right. That'll be all right. So I'm going to have to come over from the side, try and bring it around and bring it up. I don't have a lot of room for curl. There's not a lot of room for error here. And I'm going against a headwind. So I'm going to put a little bit more topspin on it. 4-5. I'm going to do a 5-ring pull. It puts me like 2.5 rings into power. Hitting it great to the left. That might have just enough to get me over that. Much better club to have in your bag, as that would be a hole for a QB or a big topper. Normally in my bags, I've got my number 4 bag right now. I've got an Apocalypse in there, as we're playing the Sequoia Creek holes, and I'm trying to see on some of those holes if more curl, like what you can do with more curl around some of those trees. But normally my number 4 bag is a big topper, big dog. And I use it on holes just like this where you need that big dog for the second shot. And the big topper can usually get it done. See if we can get the chip in to win. In the hole. And the wind played just a little teeny bit of a factor right there. They just made an update in the game, and there's some of those shots like that right there that wind, there's a certain distance you can be where wind doesn't play a factor. And wind is now all of a sudden playing a factor at a certain distance that it wasn't before. Hold on one second.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, sister?
What time are you cooking food?
As soon as you guys get here.
Are you in a hurry?
Whenever you guys get here. I'm just playing some golf, chilling.
Okay.
Okay. figured you guys could go swimming. So whenever you want to get here.
Okay. Let me finish up what I'm doing and then I'll get ready and head over.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Got the pool all ready. It's 4th of July. Gonna do some barbecuing, mow the lawn, watering. You can sit out on the side yard and look out across the Willamette Valley in Oregon and see fireworks all the way to Woodburn, from my house to Portland. Anything that's going off in the valley. Mortars are illegal. Anything that fires up in the air is illegal in Oregon, but you can buy them in Washington. So people go up there and buy them, and there'll be thousands of mortars going off. So you can sit in my side yard and look out across the valley and watch all the mortars go off. See if we can get that shot to go in from right there. I'm going to go close to that rough over there. I'm going to put curl on it. So if I hit it great to the left, it'll still go to the right. Yep.
It's not a holiday. You don't have to go to the store.
What do we need to go to the store for?
The milk we bought yesterday at Safeway is expired.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go back to the store.
So if you're gonna go get milk, you want to pick up some pork and some more eggs.
Okay.
And that can make it for some eggs.
Okay.
Come on, Buster.
I guess it's not a national holiday unless we get deviled eggs, Cool Whip, milk. I guess it's not a holiday unless we got to go to the store. It used to be like at Christmas time, you go to the store at Christmas and it was like a whole adventure. If you lived in a big town, you'd have to drive all over town to find the one store that was open, and now stores are open. Now, a lot of stores are open on holidays. It was more fun when we had to drive around town to find the one store that was open that year. I wasn't even paying attention where I'm at. Where am I? Am I in the rough? No, I'm in the... I'm all right. And that's going to cause me some issues. So 4.3 will put me in the rough. So I'm gonna have to do some overpower here. So if I max overpower it against that headwind, I should be all right. And I hit it good again. I'm having difficulty with these max overpower shots since they came out with the new update. I've been everything's good. I'm hitting a few of them perfect, but it swings between perfect and good. And we all know that good is not good. Level 4 off-roader. Off-roader becomes, when they did the club car trading in December of 2019, and right before that they buffed all the clubs, they gave the clubs just a little teeny tweak. Some of the lower level, especially the lower level epics, they tweaked some of those clubs. And when they did the club car trading and they gave them the extra level, the rares and the epics, the extra level, there's some of those low level epics that when they get upper develop, they are fantastic clubs. And the off-roader, once it gets to like level 7, especially when it gets maxed out, it becomes a spectacular club. Spectacular. I'll set myself up in the same spot my opponent's in, so we'll have the shot. We'll both have a shot to go at it, so we can force a shootout here. What fun is it to play against friends if you're not going to shootouts, getting some shootout experience? In the hole. Get in the hole. I miss going out. that we've had so many tournaments. Golf Clash has bombarded us with the stuff going on with COVID, that we've just had so many tournaments going on that really just to kind of go out and just play and have fun. We haven't had a lot of just play and have fun. It's all been prep for tournament, prep for tournament, prep for tournament, and just going out there and just dinking around and not caring and just having some fun and playing the game and just doing the deal. Like the Kings of Golf, we don't have any grinding requirement. We don't encourage people to grind because there's so much grind just prepping for tournaments. Now, I may be with this lower level ball, I may be able to get up there and do a rough bump, but I think I'm going to be in between my red line. It's going to go long. It's still going to go long. It looked like it's going to go long. They're short shooting it just a little. Isn't it perfect? But it still looked like it was going to go long. In the hole. It went long in the hole. Get in the hole. Nice. Crowd goes wild. Chip in to draw. Let's see where my red line is. I can do a rough bump. I can. I think it's a 20% wind adjustment. And I'm at Min Club, so it's 1.5 per ring. So that'd be about 2. So it's 1.5. So it's a ring and a third. I was playing my teammate Dunner earlier, and we double hole-in-one. And he followed up his first hole-in-one with he got a hole-in-one, I got a hole-in-one. And then he followed his hole-in-one up with a hole-in-one. So he got 2 hole-in-ones in a row and ended up beating me. I did the same thing. I had a great and a good game. Robbie Golfer, one more, and then I've got to run to the store. One more, come on. I'm gonna go out and make sure my sprinkler's working. The Milano. Do I even remember this hole? Oh, love this hole. This is bag number 2. My opponent's using a Marlin, so I will use a Marlin as well. Quarterback is definitely a club to have on this. I may use bag number 3 and just match up with my opponent. They got a maxed out quarterback, so I may bring my bag number 3. Walking around out in my yard. That is no bueno. Better walk a little closer to my internet. Walked out in my yard. Now I'm in the sun and I can't see crap. I'm going to take bag number 3. QB. This is a pure setup shot here. This is one of the few holes, like normally when I'm doing big curl, I'm always 3 rings off of any transitional surface, but this is one of the few holes that I'll cheat and do 2.5. Because with a Marlin, you barely have enough room to get around the bend up there. It's really better with a Quasar. That should give me a nice look at it. Won't give me the rough bump, I don't think. There is a rough bump that we do on this hole. I don't think I'll have enough distance with that ball to do the rough bump. but I should have enough distance. To do the bounce over. Trying to fix the hose here. I do have enough room to do the rough bump. Is the wind conducive for the rough bump? That's the question. 1-6. There's 1-5. There's 1-6. Just a little teeny bit more. It's like I always miss it on the left-hand side. Hitting it perfect. Just a bit outside. Close. See if my opponent can get in from there. I'll miss my putt on purpose so we can go to a shootout. And I'll post this. I'm not sure if Robbie Golfer is a fan of the channel or subscribed to the channel and just got me on here. So if you are, hey, thanks for the games, Robbie. I got to run to the store. The wife is calling. I'm going to post the video because it's so rare to get anybody who's not a teammate that actually wants to friendly you. I mean, this game, we have this big community and it's like nobody's really involved in the community. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. That way Robbie can go get another hole-in-one on me. I have a hard time watching when people are having a hard time figuring out what's happening when people eyeball their adjustments, because it always looks to me like that shot where he got the hole-in-one, it looked to me like it was going to go a mile long, and I'm never sure how that stuff works out. Let's see if I have the right red line here. Oh, just a little short. Just a bit short. I really want to be like right there. It's just a couple backspin. I mean, just rubbing the nubs. 4-8. Do a 20% wind adjustment, so it's going to be a little less than 6. There's 5. A little less than 6. And I'm just going to rub up against the nubs. Hit it one ring great to the right. Just a bit outside. Close. Close. No cigar. Now that backbone might hit just a little bit farther than that grizzly. I've never liked the shots coming in like this where you're coming in from the right. I used to do the shot from over here coming at it where your first bounce, and it takes an irregular bounce to the right. So and you put a lot of side spin on it. So even though your ball looks like it's going to go this way, it actually hits and takes literally a leap to the right. Well, I was playing my buddy Hammer and Hank one day, and he was just like killing me because the deal is that this rough in the front used to not be that big. The sand, it was more even all the way around, and you can see like right in front of the cup how it deepens out. It used to not be like that. They used to do what was called a sand bump there, and I was never interested in hitting into the sand. Good game. Good luck. All right. That was just some one-on-one play with somebody that just randomly came in there and got me. That is awesome. Thanks, Robbie. Just that gives me some faith in the game. Thanks for watching.